Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Adam Ratliff with Adam So Fun, and today we are continuing our focus on the Bernina QMatic 4.0 update. We're diving into those features and showing you how to use and how those features work. So today is our final feature. I'm so excited. This one's my favorite. I think, like I said in some other videos, I think the auto fit edge to edge is going to be the most used, especially for those of you who just do edge to edge. And there's no just about it, but those of you who do edge to edge, but this is going to give you the ability to take some of those designs that you have in your arsenal. Take some designs that you've purchased and pull motifs out of those designs so you can create new designs with them. You can use them as block designs. Maybe you're stitching something in the negative space. So this is going to be able to essentially take a design. One of them I'm going to show you is a bunch of flower pots, and I took that one flower pot edge to edge and made it into 3 flower pot motifs that I could use across a block or fatter sashings, things like that. So I really love how this works. We kind of had a version, for those of you who have Pro Stitcher, there was kind of a version or a way to do this. Bernina does it, but just made it so much better. Just like the auto fit edge to edge. They did the same function, but they made it so much better. So I'm so excited. Before we jump into the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified when new videos drop. I'm Adam So Fun, and let's get into it. Alright, so here we are at our q-matic screen, and this is all about our split button, which is going to be right between boundary and trim, and it's the icon of 2 blocks with some dash marks in the middle of it. We'll change it to words. What split does is it gives us the ability to cut this design essentially wherever we want. We have no restrictions on this. So when I pick my design, I have it selected, it's red, and I hit split. It's going to give me some options, and we'll do both of them. But let's just say I need to split the design right here. I'm going to use my split function over here on the side. I have it split at my start point. What is that? Oh, I see a line on the screen, but it's just whatever. I'm going to split my start point, and I'm going to pick the thing, or pick the point. And you can see that you have a red section and a blue or purple. I think that's purple. Hi, back of my head. Let's call that purple. I don't know. You tell me when you get it. And so if I were to hit the green check mark, it's going to split it right here. I have options to move that point around. Maybe I want to stop right at the edge of that flower. Then I can move that point to the edge of the flower, and I can split the line. Now, something to note with these arrows, you have a big arrow that moves a lot, and you have a little arrow that moves a little bit, or you have a clear so you can start over. Something to note, just because the arrow is to the right doesn't mean the design, the icon's gonna move to the right. The left is sooner in the edge to edge design, and the right is farther from the start. So everything has a start point as its reference. So if I hit the right, it's really gonna go left because I'm getting farther away from my start point. You cannot hold it down because this is one of the things I was trying. So let's say I want to get, no, that's too far. I want to come and we're going to split it right at the edge of that design. And I'm just going to hit the green check. And now I can see that we have 2 designs. Now, look what happened here. There was an overlap of stitching. If I hit undo and I move it back, undo, there is this overlap of stitching for this edge to edge. So if I pull that out, you're going to lose the little tail right here, but you're not going to lose anything else. So you have to be aware of how those designs are going to cycle through for those edge to edge. Now this can no longer be edge to edge. It doesn't have the right elements. You could try it, but it's going to, the endpoint and the start point aren't on the same plane. There's some issues there. But maybe you just wanted one flower. I can take this design and I can split it again right in front of the flower. and hit split. I hit the green check, and now I have just that flower. So this is what split does. It gives you the ability to take pieces out, but it doesn't delete those other pieces that we have. And this is where things get really fun. I'm going to multi-select. If you haven't seen the video on multi-select, I would say go watch it. It can be on you can find it on my Adam So Fun YouTube channel. Let's say like these holiday baubles. All right. And maybe we have a quilt and we want to put these in our sashing. We have a Christmas quilt and we have cornerstone blocks and we want to use these elements in those cornerstone blocks, but we don't want to actually have to do the edge to edge. We only want these little baubles. Now all of these designs down here, Floral Meander, Picnic, Floral Quilting 3, Flower Pots, Holiday Baubles 3, and Holly and Filigree are available from OESD. I actually used the link to OESD before I started filming this morning. Bought them, downloaded them, and installed them into my q-matic. If you don't know how to do that, there's a video on link to OESD on my Adam So Fun page. Go and do that. So we're gonna break this one up a little bit different. And really, if I weren't doing this for you all, I'd probably use the mouse. It'd be easier to kind of cycle through my mouse and my keyboard, but I want you to see when I'm touching something. And in the description below, you can see my affiliate link to OESD. If you are gonna shop, love if you'd use it. I get a little something back, but the link to OESD is here, so I don't know why you wouldn't use that. Okay, so let's talk about cutting these into pieces. So I zoomed in, I want to see the piece that I'm cutting away. And we're going to split this one a little bit different. Where the last one we kind of did a split right there, and like we can do one before and after. Because of how this design cycles through, I can see that the exit point of this bauble is right there, and the entry point for the next bauble is here. And the exit point for that bauble is here, and the entry point is here, and the exit point is here, the entry point is here, and then we have an exit point. Now, we could do them one at a time, but we can also do them in segments. So I'm going to tap on split, and right here, up here, we have split or we have segment. So I'm going to tap segment, and you're going to see that it'll let us select an endpoint after you hit segment. So now we need to pick a start point and an end point, and we're going to pull that segment out. So what I'm going to do is let's see if I can zoom in. I'm going to exit onto this and zoom in so we can be nice and big. So I need a point there and a point there. So I'm going to say split, segment. I'm going to use my start point up here, and I can use my arrows to drill down and drill close and get it as close as I can to that point. And now I have to select exit point or end point, because if I tap it again, it moves that start point. So I'm going to put end point down here, and again, I'm going to move that over there. So now I have a start point here, and end point here. We can see that this is purple. This is the part that's before the line we're segmenting off. This is purple. This is the part that's after, and I'm going to hit my green check, and there's that little piece, and I'm just going to delete it because I don't need that. Now I'm going to do the same thing between each of the other pieces. Split. Oh, I got to pick it. Sorry. Split, segment. I have to pick my start point. Oops. And so this is where you kind of have to see where the design is, where the path of that design is moving. So there's my start point. I'm going to do my end point up here. We'll move it over, and I'll split that one off and delete it. And so up here, you can see, oh, we left a little tiny piece. So this is where I like to zoom in a lot. Let's see, I'll pick the design, I'm going to split, and I'm just going to do a regular split, and we're going to put that point right there, and we should have just that little piece that I just cut off. There we are. And so now we need to split this section. So I'm going to pick the design, split, segment. I need a start point, and I need an end point. There we go. And let's say I just deleted that section, maybe you needed this somewhere, then don't delete it. You don't have to delete it. I'm just deleting it because I know I don't need it. And then we have this last one, and this is the end. This is where the edge to edge would have finished and restarted. So I don't need to segment it. I can just split it and split right here. move, move. Green check and delete. So now I have, oops. Oh my gosh, it hates my fingers. Now I have my holiday baubles that are individual designs. Now I would do one more thing, and I would go into the program and save it. So I would save like file, save design file, and name this holiday bauble. They actually, I didn't know this, but see how it says holiday baubles right left? So they've given names to these so you don't accidentally override the names that it was given with. So I like that feature. So I would individually save each piece. So in the future, I wouldn't have to do this again. I would just be able to open up my designs, and then they would be in your design pool and everything. I'm going to multi-select and select them all and delete those. And let's bring in our flower pots. So these are the flower pots. And I did the same thing. I split them all up. So I split from here to here. So I'm going to say split and segment. And I see really nice entry points and exit points. So I'm going to split and delete. And again, I don't have to delete those center parts. I can just pick and choose what I want to delete. So we're going to here, split, segment, start point. See, I missed the wrong point. So I can click anywhere and continue to click anywhere, and it moves that point with me. So this one's going to need to cycle there. And so in this case, I can't get right in that intersection. That's fine. We're going to drop the start point. I wonder if I split the line. No, it won't let me get all the way in there. So this might be one you take over to Art and Stitch and change. But I'm actually going to talk about that in a second. So we're going to split the line there. We're going to delete that. We could trim that little piece off if we wanted to. Really, you're never going to see it. But so I just split these three elements. So now we have three new potted plants that we can change. Maybe you didn't want this little swirly over here. Great, we split it off. It's like you just pick it and you split it, and now we don't have that. All right, so one thing I did is that I actually sent these designs over to Art and Stitch and edited them so that they would close those pieces. And then I brought them back over to my Q-matic and saved them. One thing about saving designs, so say I wanted this, I'm gonna say File, Save, and Save Design, and I'm gonna name, we'll just leave this Flower Pots Left. So I have Flower Pots Motif and Flower Pots Left, just so I can show you this. When you save a design, it does not come up. I'm searching flower. It does not come up in your design pool. All right. It saves it to your machine, and then you have to go to your design library, import designs. This is where mine are saved at under my desktop designs. So I'm going to pick both of these. You'll see that those are connected. We'll have to see what happens when we open it. And OESD import. Close, design pool, search flowers. And there's my flower pot, and here's my flower pot motif. Interesting enough, because I saved these as pieces. Oh no, there's jumps. Here it looks like they're connected. You can see those lines, but they're actually connected by jumps. Here's the motif that we also saved. So, so there's different ways that you can save them. Now this motif still's open because I didn't do anything. But if we look at these three, I've closed all of the openings. And so what I did is I sent those designs over to Art and Stitch. I'm gonna unconnect these so that dash line's there. I sent these designs over to Art and Stitch. I closed those and cleaned it up a little bit, and then sent it back to the Q-matic, and then saved the three. You can save them. I would probably save them as single motifs like this, and then have just the three different versions available. these files are so small that by saving them, you're not really hurting your hard drive. So I am a big fan of that. I'm not getting into how to do this in the Art and Stitch. If you're really interested in that, leave a message, comment, share it, and say, oh my gosh, teach us how to do that. And I'll teach you. It wasn't hard. It took all of 3 minutes. But when you save a design, remember you have to go back and you have to still bring that design into the q-matic system by going to Design Library, Import Tags. So all of these designs, I'm gonna just File, New Project. Oh, I don't want to save, Cancel. There we go. So all of these designs, these are the ones that I was really working with, are great examples of when this function can really work, because we can take a flower, we can change this one edge to edge into 4 block motifs, we can take this edge to edge and have 3 flower pot motifs. We could cut individual, I think we might be able to, there we are. We can cut individual flowers out of this. Like let's say we're gonna split a segment and we're gonna segment it. There we are, and there we go, and we're going to split that off. We'll delete this, and I have to see what's going on. Split. I didn't look. Oh, there was another side. There we go. And now I can take this design and let's copy it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did my copies go? They're all over here. And we want to rotate this one 90 degrees, and we want to click, and we want to hit this one, and we want to rotate this one. I wish we had a multi-rotate. That'd have been nice. Maybe for next one. Rotate this one to there. We'll get, let's just delete everything else because we don't need it. Multi-select. Delete. Delete, delete, and select. So now we have these. We're going to get some overlap here, but I can take this one and I can connect and attach the other 4 and get a lot of overstitching because of how they're connected. But if I could mess around with this a little bit, and now I have a block design. In my head, unconnect was going to look more like this. So I just need something in here to connect it to. So even if I just made a little curve, like cut out a little bit of a circle or something, anything like that. But now being able to connect and attach and split things out, you have full capabilities to do so many things here. So I'm very excited about this because it really does open up a lot of different ideas when you get in here and you hit buttons and play. So that is Split. And I just, like I said, I think it's going to be my favorite. I do a lot of this stuff where I take a portion of the design out and use it in the way that I need it. So yes, I'm just very excited. Multi-select, we can pick everything and delete it because we weren't always able to do that. All right, so that is our Split. We'll see you back here in a second. All right, everyone, so that is the final video in the Berninaq qMatic 4.0 update series. I've covered link, I've covered AutoFit, I've covered Split, we did mark, we did trim, we did, what's up there, atom remove design tags. I have to look at my list because I always forget one. We've done print, multi mask, and auto E to E and drag and drop. So everything's been covered, a little bit more detail. I love the split feature. I love the auto E to E feature. I think the trim, I'm going to be using that because I still trim my edge to edge designs. Just so many things. And if you think outside the box, you can make that qMatic do whatever you want. So thank you so much for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified when new videos drop. You can find all of these videos on my Adam So Fun YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe. These designs are available from OESD. I will put all of the links below for the individual designs. They are affiliate links, so if you do a little shopping, I wouldn't mind that because I get a little something back. And follow me on social media. I'm Adam So Fun with an SEW, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Feel free to reach out if you have questions. I'm always happy to help. I do travel a lot, so if you don't hear back from me in a few days, just push that message back to me and say, I just want to make sure you saw this, just because I'm on a plane a lot of the time. Lots of traveling. So happy quilting. At the end of the day, it's just quilting. Go get out there and have a good time. I'm going to get started on the next video, so I'm going to be having a great time. So we'll see you in the next one, everyone. I'm getting ready to film how to do a whole cloth. So make sure you hit the bell icon so you see when that video drops.